against V Syndicate. So we're gonna start with some really good action right there, and we're about to start the game right now. Alright, they're joining. So again, Kulenovici versus V Syndicate. After some roster changes, it just like things only got better and better. So we're gonna see who's gonna be the better team out there. So it's gonna be Starlord trying to get a challenge on the corner. Maybe just trying to start with an early pressure, but couldn't really get anything done yet. Team Row with a 50, just gonna be right in front of the box, but Vornes is there for the clear. Already getting that transition, Starlord with a miss. And it's gonna be Vornes, what an angle! Just going on an early lead. Okay, first it looked like a miss, or maybe that was a fake, I have no idea what was really going on, but that angle was just not so easy to do. That's gonna be 1-0 already for Kulenovici. They're just starting really early. Now Prox just waiting for the ball to be dropping down. It's gonna be a shot made really early, and Seno is still able to get the clear. Not the best clear though, but Starlord is there to make it better. It's gonna be Team Ra. Again, just trying to have as much as center balls, trying to create these kind of moments for them so they could get something to be done, but still nothing really productive, just anything resulting in a serious offensive shot. So we're still staying scoreless for now. And V Syndicate, they need to get something done while having so many chances right there. It's gonna be blocked again by Starlord. He has been really stepping up in the defense so far. Now Prox. Just going for an eligible, maybe a flip reset, but it's gonna be denied really early by Vornes. It's gonna be followed by Grim. It's gonna be high up to the walls, gonna be Seno. Completely missing his touch, trying to get a 50 in the air. It's not gonna be there, but still, again, just Vornes. Kulenoviči's defense is doing really good job so far. Like, they have been going on under a lot of pressure, but they're still staying scoreless and having that 1-goal lead so far. It's gonna be Seno with a 50, and again, it's gonna be blocked, and Timra already on the transition. It's gonna be denied by Starlord. And Vornes winning the 50. The boost management isn't really the best so far, as they're just trying their best to apply the pressure. But with that comes the sacrifice with the boost management, of course, so they just need to be really speedy about what they are trying to do. They're having so many chances right there, but just Kulenoviči's defense has been solid so far. They're still able to not to panic and stay calm and collected in defense and find their ways and get a decent clear. And with the 1 goal is not going to be enough to secure the lead, but good defense might do the job. But Timra just getting a slow catch and slowing down the play just for a quick second right there. It just pops the ball high, and that's going to be the answer for Kulenovici. That 50 was huge, and as soon as Timra went for the follow-up, 2 defenders just managed to panic, and it just like forced them to double commit. Even though I was speaking of how calm and collected they look like in the defense, now they just double committed in a really big situation. Another insane angle, but still, it's gonna be bouncing all the way out, and still it's gonna be Starlord finding a way to clear it. It's gonna be followed by Sino, and now Timra already up on the wall. Not to the best positioning for the orange side at the moment. And Starlord getting a slight bump and also getting the pass, but still couldn't really get to follow up the second pass, as he just barely had any boost remaining. Now Starlord once again trying to get some insane angle, but still it's gonna be saved. And Timra with a huge miss right there in the midfield. Starlord still trying to adjust his car, trying to get a solid play, but still isn't able to get anything done as the pressure once again is trying to build up. On the blue side, now Vernus getting challenged in the air. Timura, with the shot's gonna be put down by Starlord. Prox still pushing with those 50s. Seems like we're gonna see an overtime right in game 1. We're seeing a fair amount of pressure coming from both sides. So the series already could go either ways. They're just having really good chances in the offense and also the defense. So it seems like we're gonna see a really close series. The last 30 seconds. The ball is staying in the orange side so far, but still, just seems like a double commit coming from V Syndicate. And Vernus just trying his best to kill the ball right there, but still no luck in doing that. It's gonna be Timra getting the slide touch, trying to get it set up. He goes for his last air dribble attempt. It's gonna be a miss, but Starlord is there to save it. And we're gonna go to the overtime in game 1. We are already in a really good action. We're seeing very close plays coming from both sides at the moment. So this is already gonna be a good series so far. We're seeing, like I said, good pressure from both sides. It is definitely not one-sided, and it's gonna be Starlord with a demo, just trying to make less players on the field for the orange side, just making things a bit more difficult. And Sano trying to get the dunk in the air, but again, it's gonna be denied. And another 50 from the midfield, but still, it is staying in the midfield. Isn't really going anywhere. And Sano with a catch. He goes for the shot really early, and Prox is there for the save. Even though his teammate was there, it just looked like he was actually waiting for the pass, and it's gonna be an open net, and Prox putting this one in. Boost over ball for Kulenovici right there. That was very questionable. It just Prox, he was there for the shot. He just wants to make sure that it's gonna be 100% safe for you to actually go for the boost pad before even also disable the ball camera. But as soon as they just had that kind of mistake, they managed to concede right away. So like I said, we're gonna see a lot of close plays, and as soon as you're gonna be making a mistake, it's definitely gonna be costing you a goal. So you need to be paying extra attention next time when you should be disabling the ball camera to go and grab some boost. Game 1 was very close. It is an overtime. Of course, one goal difference. And right now, it is going to be game 2. A fresh start. Even though both sides had a couple of mistakes, but nothing really was crucial as that boost over ball situation for Kulenovici. As there was no way of coming back, it was in overtime, so they need to find a way not to let this one get them. They had the lead at the beginning, and a tight save from Sino right there. They had the lead at the beginning, and they just need to stay maybe a bit more focused, because they're actually doing so well so far. They're having their aggression, and their defense is looking really solid as well. Speaking of their defense, they're still able to resist so many shots being taken on target. Timra just off to the walls. He's still able to make a play, trying to get past the last player in the back. Still no luck in doing that. It's going to be cleared and put to the sides. It's going to be Vernus getting challenged immediately. Grim, or maybe even Prox, they're just going for a lot of 50s right now. Seems like anytime they're just going to be having the chance to have that transition, they're just going to be denied immediately. So we're seeing the ball staying the blue side for so long, and it's only a matter of time for the defense to be breaking down. It's going to be a shot by Vernus. Still, it's going to be cleared by Timra. Really good defense. Starlord with a quick save right there. Even though it wasn't very close to the box, but it was already going in at supersonic speed. The demos, they're just going on non-stop, and Starlord, not to the best start, it just ended up being an accidental pass, but the shot wasn't really on target. We are almost halfway in and still scoreless on both sides. And Graham trying to get more touches as he just lost control, and it's gonna be a really good pass right there. Not sure if that was meant to be a pass, but it could have been followed by his teammate for sure. Prox with another shot. Sail's gonna be off target, and it's gonna be followed up on the walls. Sail, the ball is gonna be on the blue side, so Kulenovici has to play it in the defense once again. Grim looking for that redirect. Maybe a back pass would do, and Timra. Again, just the shot wasn't really on target, but that was a beautiful pass, and Prox with a follow-up. It just, those touches, the moment you think that they are actually done from the ball, they're still having more. So they get these slight touches to throw off the challenger, and it just immediately followed up by their teammates. And this is a really good play from V Syndicate. They're just speedy play and also being very, very unpredictable. And they finally managed to break the defense, and it's gonna be a 50 by Grim. You know how difficult to actually win 50s in there, but Grim just, it wasn't just a normal 50, it was a dunk straight to the net, and that's going to be extending the lead even further. It's already 2-0 for V Syndicate. Now Kulenovici, they have to find a way to respond back. I don't think we have seen any kind of shots coming from Kulenovici. Most of the times they are just being pinned down so hard in the defense, and every time they just have to clear it. That was a bit of a risky moment for Kulenovici, and a demo, just reducing the players in the defense for the blue side at the moment. But the ball wasn't really followed up any faster. Now Timra is already seeing his teammates up on the walls, and again, it's just, they're really good at baiting their opponents. We have seen them doing this over and over again. This is how they get their first goal going. As soon as SLA land, they just get some kind of touch that always get to work and throw away the challenger. As they're just trying to be even more unpredictable whenever they have the ball on their side. It's gonna be less than a minute at the moment, and Kulenovici, they have barely had their moments in the orange side. Lack of shots, and most of times they have to play it very defensively. It's gonna be a 1v1 situation, and Timra still able to win the 50, just doing a really good job at killing more time, which is obviously so needed for Kulenovici. And Timra with a shot from the corner, but still it's gonna be saved by Starlord. He goes for the follow, and Grim takes it to the blue side once again. The last 10 seconds, and Kulenovici, maybe they even tried to at least get a single goal in game 2, but there is no luck whatsoever. It's gonna be Starlord just having his last offensive shots right there, but it's gonna be another game going for V Syndicate. The pressure has been insane from the moment right after kickoff. That just, the ball has been on the blue side most of times. Look at the 0 shots from Kulenovici, but they got like 7 saves. And look at the shots from V Syndicate. Like I say, the pressure has been insane for V Syndicate. Right off the kickoff, the ball has been on the blue side most of the time, and Kulenovici, they just had to keep clearing and saving every single shot that was coming at them. So V Syndicate, they were like barely even have to defend. They just kept going with the offensive rotation, and that just did them a really good job. So it is already 2-0 on the series for V Syndicate. So this is going to be a very important game actually. So if Kulenovici manage to win this game, that's going to be even more hope, and I think it's going to be even easier for them to actually stay positive, to maybe even at least try to get a draw. So game 3 is like the most important one for the losing team. It's gonna be Timra with a quick follow, and Alden still able to get the clear. It's gonna be Sano just putting the ball on the crossbar. barely finding ways to clear it, and once again, just the panic in the defense, and this one is gonna go through Timura. Just seeing the panic in the defense. Okay, first they managed to do a really good job in the defense. They managed to hold on into the pressure just long enough to actually find a way to clear it, even though it was like immediately sent back to the blue side. But this time it was getting really chaotic already, and this is definitely not the start that I'm gonna be looking for, especially since you were down by 2-0 on the series. And 30 seconds in, you have already conceded because of the panic and also the double commits in the defense. And Prox just doing his best to keep the ball on his side. And Temra, not to the best setup, but still does a really good job for V Syndicate. As long as the ball is going to be staying on the blue side, it is doing them a huge favor actually. They have been doing it over and over again, and it is working. So if it works, it works. It doesn't matter how flashy it's going to be, as long as the ball is going to be staying there. They have been doing it over and over again. And Alden just finding a way to clear it, and a double commit from the offensive side for Kulenovici. It's going to be Timura putting the ball to the blue side once again, just taking it to the corner. Maybe trying to center the ball, but it's going to be sailed out with a clear. Once again, it's going to be a bit of an head dribble play as they're just trying to get even more touches. And Sailog with a demo, just clearing the net, but Seno still unable to put the ball in, and a triple commit to the net wide open. They just forgot about the defensive rotation. Grim putting this one in and just immediately punishing them. Okay, maybe it wasn't really a triple commit, but that double commit was definitely crucial and left the net wide open. And things are just slowly falling apart for Kulenovici as we get another open net, and Grim with a shot, but it's gonna be blocked this time. Sarlord trying to get something on board, and he gets it. The placement was just incredible. I'm not sure if that was an on goal. It just looked a bit way too high. Oh, it is an on goal. Like, it wasn't actually gonna go in. But Timra, you can't really blame him for his decision right there. Just, it was already very close in front of the net, so you don't really want to risk it. There is no time to sit there and think, is the ball going in or not? So you just want to jump for it and go for the save immediately. It's gonna be Alden with a follow, but it's gonna be missed, and it's gonna be followed up, and Kulenovici, they managed to tie up the game. Even though it's getting really chaotic in the orange side, but also, but for Kulenovici, it's working well for them. It's okay to get some chaos in the offense as long as you're gonna be having a last man in the back, but in the defense, it's really difficult to get away with it. This is what we have seen from Kulenovici at the beginning, which resulted them to concede 2 goals. And right now it just happened for V Syndicate, and just another double commit coming from Kulenovici. At least they really need to step up their communication, since the game is already tied up, so they just need to be focusing at the game and just maybe rely more on rotation and comms, and just have to these chances and moments to come naturally. So they have already tied up the game, so there is almost nothing to worry about. And Graham just trying to come off the ceilings, trying to get a play, but it's going to be a miss. And a beautiful passing play coming from Kulenovici, but the shot was way off target. It's going to be followed up by Sano, just trying to put this one low, but still it's going to be a miss. 2 chances. That could have been the leading goal for Kulenovici. Not the best touches in the defense so far. We have seen what kind of problems this could be causing, and it is happening for V Syndicate. Another 50. It seems like they are turning this upside down, because the pressure has been building on the orange side a bit more than the blue side, which is a really good sign of adaptability. But another double commit, so that resulted in an accidental bomb. That was a tragic moment for Kulenovici. They managed to tie up the game, and just like a double commit in the defense like this, it's just so hard to get over with. One minute and a half. Not sure if that's gonna be enough, but it's definitely difficult to stay positive after this kind of mistake. Another passing play from Kulenovici, but this one's gonna be saved by Timra. Prox looking for another 50, just trying to have an early setup. There was a huge gap in the defense. They could have easily put this one in, but it was really difficult to get the read, as the setup was maybe a bit too fast for how they were positioned in that moment. Graham still able to get a 50 at least. Less than a minute left right now, and the game is very important for you, Kulenovici. You just need to try your best, and a huge mistouch in the defense, and they get to an equalizer. They're still not giving up, even though they're just being really shaky and just they're having their mistakes, but they're still trying and just not letting any chance go to waste. Could be seeing another overtime in the series, as overtimes are kinda rare to see here at Ligaraketa. It's out loud with a booming clear. It's gonna be Timra. Not really panicking for the clear, just it's actually fine for V Syndicate. They're just being like, okay, well, we're gonna wait for an overtime maybe, but that's not gonna be the case anymore. 6 seconds in, only just another huge mistouch in the defense, and Santa was so quick to follow. And I was speaking of, they're like, they have already 2-0 on the series, and it's fine to send it to an overtime. They just don't want to risk it. But as I was even thinking of that situation, it just like resulted them to actually concede the goal immediately. So the caster jinx is definitely real. Like, even before you even get to say it, it just happens. Like, sometimes when you just even get to think about it, like, it's gonna be resulting in something really, really bad. So, this is really good for Kulenovici, though. They finally got to a win, at least, in the series. So, for Kulenovici, they just need to do it again so they could end up with a draw. But it seems like V Syndicate, they're just kind of slowing down. We're seeing a lot of defensive mistakes, which we haven't really seen at the beginning. We have seen really good offense to the point where they had to barely even play in the defense. Seems like both sides are making a lot of mistakes, but it's gonna be Elden putting Kulenovici on an early lead right there. Just another mistouch in the defense, and it was so quick to be followed. Elden putting this one in, even though it was like not really the best placement. It was very close to the last defender on the net, but still, the speed on the shot and the follow, it wasn't really predicted. And this is exactly the start that is Kulenovici are looking for. 2-0 already, just like in maybe 19 seconds only. So this is their moment for Kulenovici. They just need to focus more on communication and just try to not to double commit and have better defense. Like, sometimes you just don't really have to save it. Like, sometimes you just need to get a solid clear, because there's no point of saving the shots every once in a while. And the beautiful passing play from Kulenovici, they're just stepping up. 3 goals every 10 seconds. Even though the shot was already on target, but it's just like they couldn't really risk it, and Sado had to get some kind of redirect to change the placement of the shot. Seems like it is definitely a wake-up call for Kulenovici. They already got 3 on the board, so 3 is already enough when it comes to 3v3, for example. Even though it was still on the first minute of the game. But that's completely fine, because in 3v3 you don't always get to expect high scoring games. So if you got like 3 already, it's a really good chance for you to just, you know, focus more on the defense and just try to not really push too hard. You don't really have to play offensively that much, as long as you're just keeping the ball in the orange side and force them to find a way to clear it. You're just like already doing a good job and eventually you're going to be killing the time, which is obviously going to be needed for V Syndicate, as they're just down by 3 goals, which is quite a lot when it comes to 3v3, like I said. And I think this is exactly what Kulenovici are doing, but they get another goal, 4 goals lead right now. So it seems like it is definitely going to be a draw for Kulenovici. This is a really good wake-up call for them. And it seems like why we haven't seen this kind of plays happening earlier though. It's just like we had good defense for sure, but just they had to play defensively most of times. And when you just have to clear the ball every time, then you know there's something wrong with your clears or maybe even the saves. You just because you're not really getting the transitions because you're only surviving at the moment. But as long as it's gonna be like maybe a clear to the side or maybe in front of the field, it's like it's gonna be followed up by somebody else. So you need to find a way to get something done. Just have a quick transition from defense to offense. So there is already 1 goal for V Syndicate. They still have to do it 3 more times though. 3 minutes remaining. It's maybe you could say that it's actually enough time for V Syndicate. But for Kulenovici, they could just kill time and take the last bits of hope from V Syndicate. I thought it was getting maybe a bit too close to danger. Maybe closer than should have been. Really good setup for V Syndicate, but still it's gonna be cleared. Now Starlord. Say no. Just trying to get the pressure going. But this is something that I've noticed from the beginning is that these syndicates are just doing a really good job at winning so many 50s. Like whether if it's from the midfield or like in the offense or in defense, they're just doing a really good job at winning 50s. So sometimes they don't really have to be beating the opponent to the ball. They just like go for the 50 and they manage to get the ball across. Sano with a quick follow. Zero boost, maybe couldn't really set this one up for a double tap. It's gonna be an open net right there. And then double commit from Kulenovici again. Even though they're still on the lead, but just those mistakes haven't really got fixed yet. 1 minute and a half only, and Timur just taking his time trying to get a flick. Trying to pass it for his teammate. Zero boost on his tank. Couldn't really get anything done. He got the height on the flick though, but it was definitely so risky for V Syndicate to actually stay very close to it and be prepared for a follow. Because honestly, like, down by 3 goals with 1 minute left, it seems like it is already over, so it just might at least to finish this one as close as possible. Now Alden with a 50 from the air, still last 1 minute. The huge space was given for Kulenovici. They couldn't really get some use of it though. It's gonna be Alden once again. And now Sena with another redirect this time, but it's gonna be off target. Prox trying to get this one across. Now Graham just trying to get a center. Still unable to get anything done. That was a beautiful pass off the backboard by I believe Temra or just maybe Prox off the backboard. But there was nobody to follow. Even if there was, but still, just 10 seconds only. I don't think that's gonna be enough for V Syndicate. So the game is already over for V Syndicate, and just trying to go for their last offensive play. Maybe trying to get a 0-second goal as well, but that's not gonna be the case at all. And the ball's still staying alive, but it's gonna be killed by Kulenovici, and they managed to get a draw with the series later on. It seemed like it was gonna be ending up to be one-sided, but Kulenovici, they just did a really good job at adapting and just maybe try to get better offense. And we have seen a crazy start for Kulenovici at the last game. 3 goals in just 30 seconds only. That was huge. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. But at least they managed to get a draw in this series, even though these syndicates managed to have really good pressure against them. So we're actually done from the first series of today, so we're gonna go in a short break as we prepare for the next one. So we're gonna be right back for a few minutes, and we'll see you guys there. And welcome back, everybody. We're about to start our second series. It's gonna be Arn Dorf versus Lupus. So we're about to start the game right now. We're just waiting for the third for Arn Dorf. But never mind, he actually joined in, so. Alright, we're gonna start. Here you go. Lupus versus Arn Dorf. And we're starting with an early setup for Lupus. But it's gonna be followed up so quickly and sleeps. He's just not letting this one go for waste. Not the best touch, but sleeps actually read that like a buck right there. It's just like only 8 seconds in, it's just like the aggression is just coming from Lupus. So for Ardorf, just like they have just started, now they have to find a way to at least get a goal on the board. It's not really like end of the world, of course. There's still plenty of time remaining, so there's no need for rush or anything else. But it's gonna be Sleeps with another shot. It's gonna be denied, and again, it's gonna be saved, and it's gonna be cleared as well. Amazing play in the defense coming from Ardorf, but it's gonna be a Skella. Just Cerebus is still trying to get the pressure going early. Sure, you got your chances, but sometimes you don't really want to risk it every time because it could go against you. So you don't really want to be maybe way too confident on that start you had because it is just only one goal and there is plenty of time remaining. So can't really be secure to take it. It's gonna be Crow squeezing this one in and Sleeps with a tight pass right there. He saw the open net and just couldn't really get the shot on target, but Crow. Okay, that was getting way too chaotic than I thought. But still, it's gonna be another goal for Lupus, so I don't think they're gonna be complaining, so of course they're gonna be taking that one. 2-0 already, I think that's good enough for Lupus, especially as a start. This could be huge to stay confident in the series and also have a positive mindset to keep going and also have the kind of aggression. Crow just tried to get a pinch from the walls, but there's no luck in doing that. Sleeps. Still able to clear it. Maybe just being a bit too high, but still he's able to get the play going. Goes for the pass and traded that. It just gonna be an on goal and Crow securing this one in. 3-0 already for Lupus. We have seen a start like this just a game earlier. And now it just happened, but it's gonna be for Lupus. Except for that, it is happening in game 1, it's not in game 4. Just Lupus, it seems like they're having their aggression, but also they're not really forgetting about the teammates, so they're still going for passing plays and something like that, so it's not like they just see the ball and they just go for it. So they're having maybe a bit more to offer than just solo players and just trying to have any kind of aggression and just call it a day. Crow just putting this one to the side. And he just does it again. Just winning so many 50s and challenges, and Crow, what a solo play from the defense to offense. Just like that, like 3 touches, and that resulted in a goal. That's just unbelievable. He gets a save, he puts it to the side, and there's like another shot coming, and he just, again, he puts it to the left side again. And there's like another challenge, again, just going for him. It's just like he gets to win a 50, and he gets to win another one. It's gonna be Sleeps. 5-0 already. This is already getting worse and worse, especially for game 1, where you just want to at least keep everything very close. But this is definitely not the start that you should be expecting in game 1. Usually those games, they just manage to happen in like game 3 or game 4, but in game 1, this is an alarming moment for Arn Dorf. Now Skella with the ground shot's gonna be saved by Tradle Lad. And Mizi Easy just putting it to the left side, but still there's having some kind of passing plays right there, even though it is not really in the best position. but they're still not really forgetting about their teammates. Not to the best clear, but it does the job for the moment. And Sleeps keeping up with the midfield control. We're seeing a lot of passing plays coming from Lupus right now. They started with an early aggression, and now they're just also having some kind of team play. So they're just kind of unpredictable and also just forcing the team to be boosted with so many shots, like in a row. Eventually, they're just gonna be running out of boost, of course. So for Lupus, they're just having the perfect offense. And I don't think that's gonna be slowing down anytime soon. And 6-0 for Lupus. A huge 50 was won by Esquela, and Sleeps just going for this one, even though it was like originally Esquela as well. But he just like kinda, he saw that his teammate was maybe a bit too slow to it because he just go for 50. So he just like lost maybe a bit of momentum that was needed for the quick follow. And Sleeps once again, just every time he gets to see the ball right in front of the box, it just doesn't really let go. So you gotta be extra careful where the ball is gonna be landing at. The last 1 minute of game 1. It's gonna be Esquela having to clear this one away. It's gonna be followed by Mizzy Easy. Still no luck, and also the shot was way off target. And the net is just left wide open right now. It's getting disastrous, but Mizzy Easy is still able to rotate and make the save, which was needed. Their only bet right now just to let the timer hit 0 because there's nothing could be done, obviously. But of course you don't want to risk making any more mistakes. That's gonna be resulting in even more goals because you really need to stay positive and maybe even confident in this series. It is only game 1, but for Arn Dorf, they really need to shake it off and just forget about this game. There's still 3 games in the series that need to be played, so like I said, it is not the end of the world. But for Lupus, we have seen absolute domination, like from the kickoff. Like we have seen early aggression coming on from Sleeps and Kuro mostly. These players have been stepping up most of times. And the question is, can Lupus stay playing like this through the series? Because for I don't know, if they seem like they got pinned down so hard, they were even barely able to do anything else besides having to defend themselves and just try to get even a single shot on target, because we haven't really seen any kind of offensive plays coming from Arn Dorf, and not even the defensive plays. It was like kind of disastrous from both sides, and that's going to be giving them a hard time if that's not going to be fixed. But it is game 2, so it's going to be a fresh start, hopefully. So hopefully we're not going to see the same mistakes over and over again. And Nixo just dribbling this one away, trying to clear. It's gonna be Sleeps with an early shot from the midfield. It's gonna be losing all the speed since it was made from the midfield, even though it was a really powerful shot. As it gets closer, it's gonna be slowing down, and it's gonna be Sleeps again. He's gonna be the first to score and just putting his team on the lead. And that pass was like off the walls. Maybe I can think like it wasn't really the best pass, but it did the job. Like Sleeps was so quick to follow once again, and this guy has been really stepping up in the offense. This guy has been so speedy when it comes to executing his shots. Every time there's gonna be a mistake in the defense, he's always there to capitalize. And another passing play from Sleeps, and a very unlucky touch from Trey the Lad, resulting in the ball to be staying on the blue side for a longer time. And Crow still able to get a pass on his way out. Now Skella with a quick 1v1 situation, but just completely missing the ball right there. Couldn't really get the ball to be centered for his teammates. So we're still saying that 1-goal lead for Lupus for now. Mizzy Easy just trying to get his transition, but Bailey and Boost remaining, and a double commit coming from Arn Dorf. Nixo trying to be really calm and collected in this one. Try the lad. Trying to get passing plays, but it just looked like I'm not sure if that was like actually meant to be a passing play, because it was good enough to be received for one player, but it was like going on back and forth, and you could obviously see that Trader Lad wasn't really ready to be receiving another pass, and Nixo with a shot, but it's gonna be off target. We're seeing more signs of life from Arn Dorf in the offense. We're seeing better passing plays and shots, and finally Nixo gets something in the ball to tie up game 2. It took 2 defenders to go for a simple shot to be cleared like this, and that is definitely not a good sign for Lupus, because at the beginning they had the kind of aggression, but right now it just seems like slowly falling apart when it comes to having like an insane start like how they did in game 1. It's gonna be Crow having to play this from the corner. And this guy's been winning so many 50s, and also is able to win so many challenges to take the ball to have a transition, so he's not really just clearing it. We have seen him getting a solo play from defense to offense all just by himself. So this guy is insane when it comes to defense, and Sleeps has been really stepping up when it comes to following up the shots really fast. But at the moment, Arn Dorf, they're just doing a really good job at adapting. We're seeing better offense and maybe even more passing plays coming from Arn Dorf. Easy. Just beating 2 players when it comes to the challenges, but it's gonna be Askella is gonna be the one to deny that kind of chance. It's gonna be Sleeps once again, just getting a fake this time. And it's gonna be Crow with a follow. And Lupus, they take the lead again. The panic in the defense as well, and just leaps. He just, maybe he know that it's gonna be a bit too predictable to be always really fast and take the shot, so he kinda knew that it was gonna be happening, so he just like tried to not even get a touch at all and let his teammate do the job. So for Arn Dorf, we need to see a bit more passing plays in the offense. As we have seen it, it was working really good to get something on the board earlier, so it also resulted in double commit and maybe even panic on a shot that wasn't really speedy. Nixo completely missing the ball. It's gonna be Trader Lad, just gonna be the last man, but still pushing. They're just looking already desperate for the goal. It's gonna be cleared again. Shots were kind of off target, but still they refuse to let this one to bounce away and just to be right in front of the box. It's gonna be a skill, I believe, of the ball. Now Crow. They just trying to have maybe more aggression and just also killing the time even more, but it's gonna be another goal from Sleeps. This time just Sleeps has been showing up in so many important plays so far, like especially since game 1. This guy has been stepping up, like it's actually incredible. It is still definitely better than game 1, that's for sure, because it was definitely one-sided, but right now it seems like Arn Dorf, they're just slowly getting back in the action when it comes to those offensive plays. But in the defense, it's still getting disastrous. Nothing really seems to be has been fixed except for the offense. And we have seen something earlier, so if you have a really good offense, you don't really gonna need a good defense, because you're gonna be keeping up with the offensive rotation and you're gonna be keeping the ball at your opponent's side most of the time, so you're gonna be, of course, playing less defensively. But against Lupus, I don't think that's gonna be the case, because they have a player named Crow, and this guy has been stepping up with those defensive plays and also transitions. So it is 2-0 for Lupus at the moment. You can say that it is better game than game 1 for sure when it comes to the results, but if you look at the defense, it still has been the same. Like, it didn't even change at all, except for the offensive plays and maybe even midfield plays coming from Arn Dorf. I'm not sure if game 3 is going to be the moment where they can be bouncing back in the series and just get their mistakes fixed and look play more of a team in the defense, because it seems like there's more double commits and just two players at the same position. It's either the panic or just complete mistrust in the defense. And just another double commit. This time it's going to be in the offense. And Treadle that's just going to be following this one up. It's going to be saved by Crow. Easy. Trying to get a fake. Nixa with a shot. This one was off target. And Arn Dorf, they're starting with an early aggression this time. This could be the game where they just manage to change everything up. It's gonna be a whole 1 minute where we can stay scoreless. It's gonna be Crow with a follow, putting this one low. It's gonna be a Skella trying to get that redirect, or maybe even a doink, which is what they call it. Troy the lad with a really tight save right there. As you can see, that Sleeps was just waiting for a mistake. He knew that that kind of save was really difficult to make. He was just standing right there, just waiting for a mistake to happen so they could be punishing them. And a double commit in the defense, and a shot from Nixo. It's going to be off target. And Crow with another save, and the defense just getting really chaotic for Lupus. And the demo from Crow just waiting for the ball to go in by itself, because there was nobody to follow this one up. So he got the demo, but there was somebody else to follow this one to clear it. A lot of double commits from both sides. It is getting really chaotic. This could be a good moment for it to catch a breath and also calm down, maybe try to get even more focused, because we're seeing a lot of double commits and it could go really bad, especially since you're already down by 2 on the series. It's gonna be Crow just trying to delay this one. It's already getting really close, and Trade Lad not in the best spot, but it's gonna be cleared by Mizzy Easy. And that 50 could have been the moment for Lupus, but for Arn Dorf, they're doing a really good job at keeping the ball out of target so far. Trade Lad trying to set this one up. It's gonna be 0 boost and able to get anything done. Still trying to get some physical plays on his way out. And for Lupus, by the way, they have been trying to save the shots and also find a way to clear the ball most of the times. So they are already in a good start so far. Everything seems to be on point. It's gonna be traded Lad. This time it's gonna be Arn Dorf getting the lead. Good pressure always pay off, and eventually it will just break down any defense, and we saw double commits in the defense from Lupus side. Arn Dorf, they're just showing really good signs of adaptability. Now Skilla is able to get a demo, but still the ball's getting pinched all the way back. So it has to be cleared once again. And Mizzy Easy trying to get the setup all by himself. Gonna be blocked by a Skilla, and Traded Lad just trying to get another setup, and it's gonna be Mizzy Easy getting bumped, and it's gonna be Nixa with a shot. It's gonna be saved by a Skella, and Traded Lad with a follow-up. It's gonna be off to the post. So many shots coming from Arn Dorf right now. It's just really putting Lupus on their nerves at the moment. 1 minute left. Can they survive? It's gonna be a Skella trying to get a double tap. It's gonna be cleared away. Last 1 minute of game 2. It's gonna be Traded Lad with an open net, and that's gonna be 2-0 already. And Arn Dorf, they're just having really good offense so far, even though it's getting really chaotic from both sides. But it's just gonna be at the end, Arn Dorf, they are already winning game 3. Try the lad. Completely missing this one up. Still, they got at least 2-0 on the board, so they just need to maybe kill time and just try not to double commit in the defense, because we have seen a lot of double commits, but you know how crucial they could be once they are happening in the defense, so you can't really risk it. You got 30 seconds only, and it's gonna be Crow getting one on the board, 26 seconds left. Not sure if that's gonna be enough, but Lupus, they are definitely not giving up anytime soon. The power, the speed, and also the angle, it just made the shot to be really, really difficult to be saved. And Crow, starting with an early offensive start, and it's almost, they get an equalizer right there, but it's gonna be another open net, and Nixo putting this one in, and that's gonna be the final nail on the coffin. 2 goals lead, 15 seconds only. There is no way of coming back of this one, so Arn Dorf, they finally get something on the series. Nixo, I've seen better offensive plays for sure coming from Arn Dorf, but the question is, can they do it again? Because next game is going to be the last hope to get a draw in the series, but the ball is still staying alive. Not sure what's going to be left to be done right there, but the game is already being written for Arn Dorf, and we're about to move to game 4. So for Arn Dorf, they really need to be stepping up once again, so they could at least get a draw. But for Lupus, we have seen a lot of panic in the defense. We have seen double commits as well. So it's kind of like a different team from what you have seen in game 1 and game 2. And game 4 will definitely be the answer. Is it gonna be a win for Lupus or a draw? It's gonna be Crow. Just right off the kickoff, just trying to get an air dribble. Now Nixo. Kinda misreading that one. It's gonna be Trade Lad trying to get his solo play going. It's gonna be Nixo as his last man in the back, but still is able to get that 50. And that just gave extra time for his teammate to be rotating back, so he's not really the last man anymore. Now it's gonna be Sleeps having to play this one off, and it's gonna be a Skilla. Not really in the best spot, and this one's gonna be bouncing off the backboard. That could have been really dangerous, but nobody was there to follow. Nixo with another solo play. It's gonna be off to the post, and Crow with a clear. And Treadle Lad just doing his best to keep the ball, and they are inside, and Nixo just double taps it in. It's gonna be Crow. What a placement. He just saw the chaos was going on and just tried to get the placement all the way to the far post. And that's gonna be 1-0 for Lupus. It is only getting closer and closer. First game was definitely one-sided, but later on we are seeing closer plays coming from both sides, and also almost the same mistakes as well when it comes to those double commits. It's gonna be a Skilla putting this one off to the corner, just trying to get the pre-flip. Isn't able to get it done, and it's gonna be Slips trying to be as aggressive as he was in game 1. It's gonna be a Skilla putting this one high. It's gonna be Crow with a follow. Zero boost, couldn't really get anything done as well. It's gonna be taking a bit of extra time for him to rotate all the way back. So he really needed to rely on his both of his teammates to get something done in the offense, as he has no choice, because zero boost means he can't really risk it. You already have one goal lead, so sure, it's okay, just need to find a way to secure your lead, but you still don't want to force any kind of plays to be happening. It's gonna be easy. Putting this one high. It's gonna be a Skilla. Just once again, they're just trying to use the corner, which is the safest way possible to center the ball and also maybe get a pass for your teammate. Traded lad clears this one away before Skella gets his hand on it. It's gonna be sleeps again. He's trying to get the double tap up to the wall. We are already halfway in. It's gonna be Crow winning a big 50 right there. Skella trying to put this one in, but it's gonna be a miss and sleeps with another shot. And again, it's gonna be off to the post. They have like dodged a bullet right there. Arn Dorf. It could have been the moment where just everything falls apart. There's still enough time remaining, just one goal only. And Traded lad trying to buy extra time. The Skella again, just he has been trying to center the ball a lot for his teammates. Even if there's like nothing could be done, I think that's still killing time, which is really needed for Arn Dorf. They seem to be slowed down when it comes to getting those offensive plays. It's gonna be a miss from both sides at the moment, but still it's gonna be cleared away. And Sleeps trying to get a 50. 1 minute only. Traded lad putting this one low. It's gonna be Nixo. And Sleeps already airborne. He goes for the top corner, but again it's gonna be off to the post. And Nixo kind of having an open net right there, but couldn't really get anything done as the angle was almost impossible to get. Almost the last 30 seconds, and it's gonna be a Skilla putting this one in just the last 35 seconds, and that's gonna be the winning goal for sure. Mizzy Easy was just so close, yet he wasn't able to get a single touch on the shot. And now it is already over, even though there's like 35 seconds on the clock. There's almost nothing could be done, so Lupus, I think they're gonna be walking away with 3-1 on the series, but never mind, there's a huge mistake in the defense. Maybe they're just looking way too confident, but Traded lad getting a demo and also securing this shot. 22 seconds left unless they get a kickoff goal, or just they get started with an early aggression. It's gonna be Traded lad just trying to center the ball, and this one is gonna go in. Nixo tying up the game, and they're just still staying alive in the series. What a setup, and this one got through. I barely get to see anything like that. It wasn't really flashy, but the goal was really needed. If you look at the time and also the series result, it's gonna be Sleeps with a shot, and this one again is gonna go 8 seconds only, and Sleeps just denying their hopes, and Crow once again getting the setup for his teammate, and Mizzy Easy, it just came off to the sides, and he just ended up being not really in the best spot, or just kind of even missing up on his flip as he just hit the ramps. The final 5 seconds, and the Skella looking for his last shot, and same thing for Sleeps, and that's gonna be 3-1 on the series for Lupus. What a game! Honestly, that was like going on back and forth, but at the end it just went for Lupus. So GG's and well played for both teams. Honestly, like game 4, we have seen the best performance from Arn Dorf. They showed great potentials, but from the beginning, like I'm kind of upset. Like why we haven't seen this kind of Arn Dorf from the beginning? Why it just had to happen to be only at the end? But at the end, it was like getting way too unpredictable. So, anyways, GG's and well played once again. And we're about to go in a short break as we prepare the last series. So, we'll see you guys there. and welcome back everybody to the last series of today. It's gonna be Eagles versus Skill Arena. So we're about to start the first game of the series. So it's gonna be Skill Arena versus Eagles. And I think Eagles definitely need to at least get 3-1 in the series. There's almost no time for it to risk getting any more draws or anything like that because they've been struggling a lot at the beginning of the championship. But it is definitely their game right now, so they need to be focusing a lot and they can't really risk making any more mistakes. It's gonna be firm, just having to clear this one. It's gonna be a double commit coming from Skill Arena. Now Eagles starting the setup right there, but it's gonna be B-Boy just going for it, even though his teammate looked like he was already going for it, and now it's gonna be Ahel just punishing the mistake, and that's gonna be 1-0 for Skill Arena. It was a really good setup, but it just like miscommunication coming from Eagles that just resulted in this kind of misplay, and that just resulted in to concede a goal right away. Now Maniac there will look clear to the corner, but still just going for a lot of pressuring plays going on. Now it's going to be Ender still able to beat his opponent to the corner. Now Ferb trying to flick this one over in the bump coming from Skill Arena to reduce the amount of players in the defense. It just immediately got out of the play, but it was still cleared by the last man in the back. It's gonna be Ender just pitching the ball, and it's gonna be challenged so early to the point where it even looked like he was actually pinching this all the way to the back, but still, it's gonna be Ender just trying to get the follow, just another misread, and now it's gonna be Ender trying to get a fake maybe, or just maybe trying to secure it, but it's gonna be a goal for Daity right there. And again, just the defense looking really loose, and that just resulted in a goal that shouldn't have been in the first place. And now Eagles are down by 2 goals against Skill Arena. Now Daity, or Diete, not sure which one is it, but still, we can go with either ways for now. It's gonna be Ahel, just waiting for the ball to be bouncing, but still it's gonna be cleared. Now B-Boy on that transition. Now Maniac there, having to clear this one away. Just already got 100 on his tank, so he was able to make something happen, of course. Now Ahel with a shot way off target, and this one's gonna be cleared. And Enda completely missing the ball, just trying to control it. It's gonna be Ahel just trying to get the read, but still it's gonna be pinched. And still standing right in front of the box, but nobody was there to follow. Besides Ahel just trying to keep the ball to stay for a longer period so they could get even more chance to go for a follow. It's gonna be Ferb isn't able to beat his opponent to the ball, so it just got cleared immediately. Almost 2 minutes left only. And you still haven't seen anything really threatening from Eagles in the offense. It's gonna be huge mistake coming in the defense. Again, just gonna be Daity just going for the follow, and Maniac is in awkward spot, and that one is gonna go through. 3-0 already for Skill Arena. A double commit, and also Maniac was kind of looking really shaky in the defense right there. He just looked really close, and I think he looked like he could have actually handled this situation, but just the panic as soon as he turned around, so that his teammates were completely gone. It just he has to make a quick decision to just go for the ball, and you can't really blame him a lot in that situation because a double commit and also every player looking really close, being really close towards each other's is always going to be resulting in a double commit like that, and just a lot of panic in the defense and confusion of who's really going to go for it. It's gonna be Ahel trying to get a double tap, but still no luck in that again. 1 minute in health, and B-Boy trying to add a setup, and Ferm with a follow. That was a beautiful placement from Ferm right there. Just gets a pass from B-Boy, and finally they get something in the board. He also get to bump the idea of the walls to prevent him from even clearing it. And also, if you look at where he was actually landing, it just looked like he was almost close to get the 50 and even get the block to prevent the ball from going in. But Firm gets a solid placement to make sure that one's gonna count. It's gonna be Ahel. And just once again, 3 goals down and 1 minute left. They're just so quick to respond back at their opponent. Now it's gonna be Enda. Maybe at this point he's just gonna try to kill time, but it's gonna be Firm showing up once again in the offense and putting this one in. And just 2 goals difference in 1 minute only. Just that kind of pass in the defensive play. It seems like Enda wasn't really ready for such a play like that. And Firm was already coming in hot and just went for the ball so early before they even get to think what to do in that kind of situation. And Firm just made sure that chance is gonna be counting on the board. It is only game 1, of course, so even if they're gonna be losing it, so I don't think it's gonna be like I think that's gonna be too early to make the judge and say that they're gonna be losing, because it is only game 1 and we have seen a lot of things change right after game 1. I've seen it twice actually in every series today, so who knows what Eagles could be capable of doing. We have seen one-sided game 1, but later on it just ended up being really close games, and Firm just almost had the chance to put this one in. It's gonna be followed by Maniac, but a huge mistake coming from Skill Arena. Just a lot of panic and whiffs in the defense. 1 goal needed only right now for Eagles. Just 16 seconds left. They kind of need that extra push right of the kickoff. And B-Boy, he was ready for the follow, but still getting beat by Ender right on the wall. So it's going to be again another setup, but that's going to be a game for Scale Arena. But the ball is still staying alive, and Firm still going for a high shot. It's going to be saved by Ender. Still, the ball isn't killed yet, so the game isn't over yet. And Firm just trying to maybe steal the ball from his opponent, but that was a close game at the end. Like for the Eagles, they still did a really good job in the offense, even though like most of the times it just looked like they were only capitalizing on those mistakes were happening from Skill Arena. But at the end of the day, just like as long as they managed to get a close result like that, I think this could be a really good start for Eagles. They managed to get a close game, even though they had a lot of mistakes in this game, but still like this is a really good start, and they managed to keep it very close at the end. So we're gonna go to game 2, and we're still not really done yet. We're still gonna have more games. So for Eagles, they need to stay positive and just even confident to keep on going and just maybe have more passing plays. We have seen it working very well for Eagles. And just we need to see it happening one more time, and just less double commits and the defense, of course, because it was crucial. It was crucial how many times they just have double committed and just the confusion like in the defense. So we are starting our game 2 right now. It is 1-0 for Skill Arena. They kinda need that early start or something to begin with, like right from the beginning. which obviously gonna be helping out a lot. We have seen that it actually works every time, but it's gonna be another mistake in the defense. It's gonna be Ahel just putting this one in. Just everybody looked really confused. The ball was definitely in an aqua spot, but it just all came down from Firm's whiff right there. Just forced it B-Boy to also panic in the defense, not really knowing what to do. And it's gonna be Skill Arena getting 1-0 so quickly. Now B-Boy, 0 balls, but he's still trying to get a pass to the back, but I'm not sure what is really going on there. But the communication is definitely lacking. That's what it looks like from Eagles at the moment, as just two players weren't really even expecting what was really going on. It's gonna be Firm with 1v1 situation, but it's gonna be denied so early. Now Anda with the pass to the midfield, back to Deity, just a quadruple commit in the blue side at the moment. Two players from the orange side and two players from the blue side. And Deity just trying to get another 50 right there, but just couldn't really get a solid contact on the ball. And another double commit, just barely anybody back, and that's gonna be another open net, and just gonna be a demo, but this time it's gonna be coming from Firm. So that was a really good decision. So they're still staying alive at this point. Just one goal only. Nothing really that bad, as they just took off one player in the offense, just maybe secured that it's still gonna be one goal only game. And Maniac Bear just kinda killing some time right there. Kinda trying to be even more confident to get a better read, maybe even a better clear. But Skill Arena, they just managed to be farming up to keep up with the pressure that they are having. It's gonna be Firm. There was just a player right in front of his face as soon as the ball just dropped down. It's gonna be followed by B-Boy. And they get an equalizer. We get to see a lot of defensive mistakes, but Maniac Bear, he got maybe not the best pass, but it's just more of a mistake coming from Scale Arena. But the speed of the follow-up from B-Boy and also the placement, the power as well in the shot, just incredible, and just did them good enough to get the equalizer in game 2. And Maniac Bear with a quick follow, but still staying alive and out of danger for now. It's gonna be Maniac Bear just trying to control the midfield, and it's gonna be Firm having to play this all by himself. It's gonna be Enda. Just all of the players have already committed from Kill Arena. Seems like they're just getting a lot of double and also triple commits in the offense, but they're just getting away with them almost every single time. So we need to get those banger clears, or maybe even better counter attacks coming from Eagles, because those mistakes you can't really let these chances go to waste, because every time you get to see your opponent triple committing, you want to ensure that you're going to be getting a goal out of that. And speaking of a goal, Firm getting a pinch right there. Just okay, it wasn't really a pinch, but it was definitely speedy enough to look like a pinch, and that's going to be the leading goal for Eagles. Now B-Boy. It's gonna be Maniac B right now, just winning a big 50. Almost looked like it was gonna be 2v1 situation. Maniac B with a clear up to the back, but it's gonna be followed by B-Boy. And B-Boy has been really speedy in these recent times. Whether if it's in defense or offense, like he has been showing up right in time to help his teammates out if they get a mistouch, or maybe a quick follow was needed in the offense. 2-1 so far for Eagles. They're still struggling a lot in the defense, and Deity is gonna put this one in. The pass just took maybe too long to be cleared, and Maniac was just caught right in front, right deep in the box. You know, like it just like extra time was needed for him to get even closer to the ball and maybe get even a 50. I've seen this kind of panic happening before, but can be another goal, but this time it's gonna be for Eagles. I'm not sure what was really going on, but a quick follow like that, and nobody was even ready for it. Everybody was just going for the boost, and just Eagles going back on the lead again. It is already getting very unpredictable. Maybe not so much when it comes to the aggression, but just those mistakes just causing the series to be really, really unpredictable. And those mistakes are like happening to both sides at the moment, so we're still far from having a one-sided game. It's gonna be Maniac there. Just clearing this one away, trying to kill more time. 30 seconds left only. And Eagles, they need to find a way to waste even more time and stay having really good defense and look more collected in the defense. It's gonna be firm. He's able to win the 50 for sure. The last 10 seconds. And B-Boy not to the best touch, so it's still gonna be requiring more to be cleared. Now it's gonna be firm with his last play. 0 seconds left only. It's gonna be bouncing right in front of the net. And B-Boy still keeping the ball alive. It's gonna be followed by Maniac there. And Enda just missing the clear. It's gonna be Maniac there, just almost getting the 0-second goal. It's gonna be followed by Firm. It's already gonna be bouncing right off the backboard, and it's gonna be a win for Eagles. 2-1 in the series already. Oh, excuse me, it is 1-1 I believe. But Eagles, they just look like maybe really clean in the offense. In the defense, we're still seeing the same kind of mistakes, but in the offense, they're definitely looking a lot better than the previous game. They're having their follow-ups really quickly done by B-Boy and Maniac as well. Same thing for Fem. Everybody just like got at least maybe a goal and a save. So everybody's just like really stepping up for Eagles. And like I said, every series is gonna be counting for Eagles. They really need to get a win. So it's only gonna be even harder and harder, because that's gonna be applying to them a lot of pressure, especially since they are already all the way in the bottom when it comes to the standings. And again, we're starting with an early pressure, and this time it's gonna be on Eagles' favor. It's gonna be Daiti just putting this one in, and just once again, Maniac maybe a bit too deep in the net, just unable to make anything really happen. It just need to be rotating at least back post, not all the way in, because that's gonna be really difficult for you to actually get something done, and your opponent will actually get to see it. So as soon as you're gonna be turning around, you're gonna be seeing a shot coming right away, and that's gonna be even more difficult for you to even react in time. So let alone just being not really in the best spot, but you also have to have some kind of crazy reaction time and speed to actually get the save, which I don't think is going to be even possible. So you always want to be rotating back post. The demos, they're just going on non-stop for now. It's going to be Henda putting this one in right just in front of the defenders in the goal line. 2-0 already. Al getting a demo and also getting a pass down. Firm backflipping in panic, and also B-Boy, he thought that it was going to be safe. He was just relying on his teammate. But as soon as he saw that backflip was happening, he just knew there was something wrong and there's nothing could be done. It was already too late. A lot of bumping plays coming up. It's gonna be Daiti just getting a banger clear. It's gonna be Ahel just slowing this one in, for his teammate. That's gonna be a beautiful play for Scale Arena. Like just slowing down the ball instead of actually just putting it to left or right, for example. That would have been so nice to do. It's gonna be Firm getting challenged from the midfield, and B-Boy just being really fast on this one, and this one can go through. And that was a very questionable decision. He was also very close, even though he didn't even need boost to even make the save. But B-Boy, the speed on the shot and also the decision making, he's able to get a shot out of an awkward position like that. One goal needed only for Eagles. Now it's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be saved by Ahel. Ahel getting a demo and also a bump on Firm, making the extra space for Skill Arena. B-Boy just tried his best, got completely demolished, and also Ahel getting even more bumps on Firm, causing him to lose all of his momentum and just forcing him to stop on the last place where he was in. They're just so quick to be responding back, and that's what makes them scary. And I think that is what is really holding Eagles to stay positive, because every time they get something on the board, they're just like so quick to respond back and even punish. So it must be really difficult to stay confident, especially since you're having those kind of mistakes, and also your opponents are just like being really good in the offense to the point where they're just able to force you to make mistakes every single time. It's gonna be Anda right now, just trying to maybe buy extra time for his teammate to be rotating back, but it's gonna be a demo this time from Maniac, and B-Boy is gonna be putting this one in. Maybe just a revenge for Eagles. I think they needed something like this. It is definitely a similar play to how Scale Arena they got their goal previously. So it's gonna be Maniac getting a demo up to the balls and also getting to pass it for his teammate, and B-Boy was quick to follow. It's gonna be Anda. Force it to go for the 50, just barely any boost remaining. And a double commit coming from Scale Arena. This is definitely not a good sign, especially since they look like they're really good at controlling the pace most of the times. So there's no need to panic at all, because they're still having that 1-goal lead at least. And it's gonna be Daiti with an angle right there. Just nobody was in the defense at all from Eagles. And that's gonna be 2 goals lead again. You always want to have a third man in the back, no matter what. You always need it, because you don't know what's really going to be happening. So you need somebody to be extremely reliable in the back, and it's going to be a really poor 50, and Errol just winning a dunk in the air. Ferm just tried his best to clear it, but the challenge was just coming out of nowhere. Errol just looked really confident to go for it. And it seems like as long as you're confident to go for it, it actually works. And this is exactly what happened for Al. Definitely not the best 50 to go for, but it actually worked out so well for him. Now Ferm dribbling this way to the orange side, maybe trying to get something done. Now it is like 3 goals down. It is already getting to look like it's gonna be one-sided. It's gonna be Anda shooting this one to the backboard. And Ahel just again trying to harass the defenders in the back, trying to get the demo, maybe even a bump. Now it's gonna be Daiti just with another open net goal. 6-2 on the board, and Skill Arena aren't even stopping. Every time they get to see a mistake, they just go ahead and put the ball in. That's gonna be making the game even taking extra long, I would say, because like it's adding extra length to the game for sure, because it looked like they have already won, that's for sure, because 50 seconds only and 5 goals lead. I don't think that's gonna be any possibility of making a comeback at this point. And just getting to win a huge challenge right off the kickoff. The speed was just incredible, and also Errol, just everybody looked like they were connected in that kind of play. Right off the kickoff, it was a really good kickoff, and also a quick follow from Endon, also Ale. It just incredible plays coming from Scale Arena. they're just flexing their speed at this point, knowing that their job is done in this game. So they're just looking really confident to go whatever they feel like to. Firm, getting kind of a fake in the ground. As soon as he goes for the air, it's just gonna be completely challenged. B-boy just couldn't really get anything done. It's gonna be another shot coming on target, but it's gonna be denied by Firm. And B-boy clearing this one away. Now it's gonna be the last game of the series. Eagles managed to get one win in the series, and now they just need to do it again. But it looks like they're just falling down really hard again. We had close games previously, but this one isn't very close, and it could really affect the mindset really bad because it's gonna be the last game, and especially since it's happening in game 3, so it kind of puts some kind of pressure on you to the point where you just kind of think that it's gonna be over already. You already uh, got dominated in the previous game, and now it looks like it's gonna be really difficult of making something happen. But we have seen a lot of close games, like especially in game 4s. We have seen uh, a draw as well, so it might still be possible for Eagles. So for now, we're having a small technical issue, so we're gonna leave and create the private match again. It's not gonna be taking long, so it's gonna be the last game of the series as well, and also the last game of today's stream. So hopefully the game will deliver. For Eagles, they can't risk making any more mistakes. They need to have better comms and also better positioning in the defense. We have seen them getting caught in really awkward spots so many times. Somebody is just like always being really deep inside of the net. They're just unable to make anything done. And it's like two players most of the times, if that's not really happening, it's like two players most of the times at the same kind of spots, just creating some kind of confusion, also resulting in so many double commits, and the last man in the back is definitely going to be panicking. So here you go, game 4 of the last series. 2-1 already for Skill Arena. They're just starting with an early pressure right there, and Ehel with a huge whiff. And that goal didn't happen. For Eagles, we really need to see better comms, like I said, and better defense. They seem to be like they're doing fine in the offense, but in the defense, it just always gonna be resulting them to get to concede so many goals. Even though they're gonna be getting some goals on the board, you can't really stay in the lead if you're gonna be having really poor defense like that. So it definitely needs to be fixed up. And Ferm with a quick follow right there. It's gonna be followed by Maniac, but almost put this one in. Like I said, Eagles, they have an okay offensive plays, but it just the defensive plays, I think that is what is really holding them back to play at their full potential. It's gonna be another double commit, and this one, it's just gonna be another miss coming from Daiti. It was an open net. There was like no defender whatsoever. It must be really difficult to actually miss those shots, but we were still staying scoreless. We had two open nets basically, and just two of them were huge whiffs. It's gonna be B-boy with a shot. It's gonna be all the way to the corner. It's gonna be Enda trying to get the counter attack, and just another double commit this time coming from Skill Arena, and it is happening in the offense. It's gonna be Firm just getting the clear going. And Ahel once again getting those physical plays, getting those bumps and demos, trying to force his opponents to lose the momentum and just finally get something on the board. 1-0 for Skill Arena. Fails to make a really good air dribbling play, but on the setup he actually managed to bump Firm out of the play and get to control the ball and just maybe get a mind game later on. And that's finally a goal for Skill Arena. Again, it is still not the end of the world. Just one goal only. With 3 minutes left, so they're having their chances for sure. So there's no need to rush any kind of offensive play. It's gonna be Firm. Just almost putting this one on target. It's gonna be denied by Enda. It's gonna be Firm with an upfield pass, but nobody is there to receive it. It's gonna be Al with a ceiling shot. It's gonna be passed to Enda. What a passing play from Skill Arena. It looked like it was gonna be a solo play, but Enda was there to follow this one up before anybody even gets a read on the ball. Skill Arena. They're just really stepping up in the last game, and it's gonna be another goal right off the kickoff. What is happening for Eagles? The delay and just nobody went for it. That just resulted in a free goal basically for Skill Arena, and you know how crucial Game 4 is and how much it was really needed for Eagles. They went down by 1 goal, that's fine. Maybe 2 goals, that's okay, but like 3 goals and also like getting to concede a goal like that, just nobody going for the kickoff, and now it's gonna be 4-0 for Skill Arena. It is definitely falling apart. They showed maybe a bit of potentials in the game they won, even though it was only 1 goal lead. But still, it just looked like they had it. Like they actually had it from the beginning. They even lost game 1. It was only 1 goal difference. But it just later on, it just not really ending the way how it was looking like. And with a shot on target, and there was huge space given. 5-0. 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining, and I don't think Skill Arena are gonna be stopping to get even more goals. We have seen them doing it the previous game, so it doesn't really matter. Even if they're gonna be winning, they're still gonna be scoring every time they're gonna be given the chance to. And another kickoff that was lost by Eagles. 2 minutes right now, so for Eagles, just try not to concede any more goals. You definitely want to let this one to be over as fast as possible. But as long as Skill Arena, they're just seeing those mistakes in the defense, they're just not going to be holding back on scoring. It's going to be Daito with a shot and a double commit, but this one still going to be saved. For this, it was saved for Eagles. 1 minute and a half, at least maybe get something on the board. Maniac there with a shot, and Daito not with the best clear, but Ale with a quick follow just before anybody even gets close to go for a follow. The speed from Ale and also getting those physical plays. This guy has been showing up in so many important plays as well. Even though he's just maybe not really having the ball, at least he's going for bumps and demos, just trying to create the chance for his teammates and also the space. That's going to be a pre-flip coming from Daito, but fails to put this one in as we go in the last minute of Game 4. And the pressure again just building on non-stop, and Enda looking for the redirect. It just looked really close, but still not really in. It's going to be Ahel once again trying to get the setup, maybe trying to freestyle at this point. They have already won the game and even the series. Daito with a shot. Incredible placement as well. 6-0 on the board, 30 seconds left. They did a really good job at not conceding for so long, but it's just 30 seconds right now. Not sure what he's gonna what's the future gonna be holding for Eagles? And another bump like right in front of the goal line, just making the space was needed to get a free shot like that. And the demo from Enda. And Firm with a solid clear. This one's gonna be killing extra time. And Deity just going for the shot, and this one still goes in. 7 goals at last 7 seconds. 7 seconds only. They just need to hold on a bit longer. For Skill Arena, well, 3-1 is definitely better than a draw, and also for Eagles, I think at least they got a single win. It's definitely not a lot, but I'm not sure. It was like definitely one-sided later on, but Skill Arena, it's just like looking like a solid team. Like they're just like having their passing plays, they're just having their physical plays as well. So this team is just incredible when it comes to either controlling the ball, just even creating the space by just not really going for the ball, but instead going for the cars themselves. So GG's and well played for Skill Arena. And that was the whole matches for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.